This is a 2015 Canadian IMP. This specific one is menu number 5, scalloped potatoes and ham. Now, the Canadian individual meal packs were originally started in 1981 and usually have a shelf life of 3 years, yet unlike other US MREs or individual rations, after their shelf life, they don't hold up very well. US MRE, although it only has like 3 or 4 years of shelf life, can actually stay good for about 8 or 9. Now, the Canadian ones can go bad even before their shelf life is over. There are roughly 21 different menus of Canadian IMPs. They are separated equally with more breakfasts. They have breakfast, lunch, and supper, unlike the US MREs, which only have 2 or 3 breakfast menus. There are 5 or 6 different breakfast menus. So let's go ahead and get this out. All right. Now, although it is a brown bag type on the exterior, it is a little aluminum metal foil thing on the interior. It keeps water out and keeps it fresh, so destroyed the bag, but oh well. Here's the scalloped potatoes and ham. 300 calories per pouch. A plain just hamburger bun, a staple of Canadian rations. Got another pouch here. Applesauce. Got a water bag. Lemon sports drink. That's creamer. Wild berry crunchy cereal. Yeah, the Canadian rations, they may come with matches. In fact, they do. Right here, just a basic pack of matches. But they do not come with a ration heating element or anything. The mains are made so that they can be eaten just cold, but you do, if you want them warmed, you do have to boil them. Moist packet. It looks like some sugar for the coffee. Peanut butter. And then raspberry jam ketchup, the spoon, and then the espresso and another peanut butter. So 2 peanut butters and a raspberry jam will probably go on the hamburger bun. And the applesauce and the scalloped potatoes, I'll probably leave the applesauce cold, but the scalloped potatoes I will have to go boil. Now you want to make sure that those only need to be boiled for about 5 minutes. After that, the metal pouches, we can go ahead and open this up and look inside it. Metal pouches inside it will eventually start to seep into the meal, and it'll actually taste a little bit overly metallic. So yeah, let's go ahead and get some of this stuff out. Alright, so while that main is cooking up, let's go ahead and get out that lemon sports drink and the hamburger bun, which will probably just be a little peanut butter and jelly. Open up this pack. Alright, so while that main is heating up and boiling, let's go ahead and try out this lemon citrus drink. Now, good thing about these little hot water bags and the Canadian ones is they have little markers to tell you how much water should be in it, as well as a little stand for it, so it can just stand up on its own like this. And unlike the US hot water bags, you actually have to get like a rock or something to hold it up. I'm going to put a little bit more water so it's not as strong. And then just go ahead and pour this in. Let's see. Yeah, it's lemon, but it's a nice little white, slightly tan color to it. Oh yeah, and it lightens up right as it hits the water. It's more of a kind of greenish color, actually. It's interesting little color to it. It's more like a lemonade than just a pure light lemon flavor. Shake that up. Alright, then we can go ahead and get that hamburger bun out. Now, these hamburger buns, they're shelf stable obviously, but they are interesting. I can already smell it. It smells a lot like a US muffin top. Oh, and it's not just gonna kind of crumbled part. Yeah, these probably wasn't sliced all the way through, so we'll kind of put this on a plate and just get the jam and the peanut butter. Now, they give you 2 peanut butters for only 1 jam. In the field, I'd assume you'd want the peanut butter for the protein, but here I'm just going to use a single peanut butter and hopefully not make it too dry, because too much peanut butter on a PB&J is not the best. Yeah, but it's a perfect portion. It's not like the US MREs, which if they were going to give you this much peanut butter, they'd give it to you in one gigantic pack. This is more like a little ketchup container, so it's a lot easier to maintain. Let's get that raspberry jam, actually. Go ahead and spread this out real quick. Yeah, there's a lot of things. I know I'm sure the US has this too, but Canada has specific nutritional values that they're required to have in all their rations. Let's try out this peanut butter on its own. It's not, wow. It's not as dry as what I was expecting, and it has a lot more of a nutty flavor, much rather than a sweet flavor like in the US MREs or just basic peanut butter that you get in the store. Let's try out some raspberry jam. It's a nice color to it. Oh wow, that is delicious. It's probably got a lot of, yeah, the first ingredient is, I don't know if you can read that, the first ingredient is sugar, and then the second one is raspberry. So yeah, you can definitely taste that sugar on there. But it does keep together well. It's not runny or liquidy like most jams. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna get your spirit up. There you go. Let's go ahead and just try a bite of this. That bun. First right thing that you get is that bun. Super strong flavor of just the bun with the super sweet raspberry and the peanut butter. Honestly, I think it could use both packets of peanut butter, but I think I'll just save this for a snack later. The bun is not the best, not the best bread that you could get, but then again, it probably has so many preservatives in it. I think next we'll try out this crunch cereal. Little pan here. Oh wow, yeah. It's a wild berry crunchy cereal, more like an oatmeal, and it's got a beautiful pink coloring in it with little strawberry, it looks like, little dots. Go ahead and just pour this out. There's not a specific water content, it just says add to taste. I can see some blueberries, a little bit of fur, but that's my bad. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and just add some more water to this too. Oh wow, yeah, I can really smell the blueberry, like just a blueberry juice, which I've never seen before, but let's kind of constitute this a little bit. Just make it like a cereal. This is just cold water, so if you want it more like an oatmeal, you can obviously use some just nice hot water. There we go. Try some of this. You know, that's actually pretty good. The oats, although they are constituted so they're not completely dry, still got that crunch to it. I'm sure if you added hot water, though, it would be a more oatmeal style kind of soft oat, but yeah, maybe a little too much water, but that's on my part. This would definitely be a nice little thing to wake up to. Let's go ahead and see about this drink. There's still tons of sugar down here that hasn't fully dissolved yet. There we go. Take a sip of this right out of the bag before we put it in the cup. Yeah, very light lemon flavor. It's not like a lemonade, which I thought it would be because of the coloring and all the sugar down here. It's more like just a nice calming. Got the smell of just a nice like lemon oil or something like that. Just a nice little basic energy drink. Let's actually go ahead and take that out. Lots of vitamin C, 130% of vitamin C for your daily vitamins. That's not that bad. 80 calories, yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that scalloped ham out of, or scalloped potatoes and ham out of the hot water there, and then we'll go ahead and get some more hot water for this coffee, and then we'll finish this thing up. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish this thing out. First of all, I'm going to just make this coffee real quick. Now, it comes with creamer and sugar. I might as well use both. And I'm actually using the hot water that they use to boil the main entree, and I assume that's what you want to do. You know, you don't want to waste all that water, especially out in the field, you know, doing some training exercises or whatever. You don't want to waste that water. Let's go ahead and just get all three of these things in there. First of all, it's just a nice instant, oh, it's very fine granule. Yeah. Looks just like the US coffee. It's probably if not the same manufacturer, then the same recipes. Let's go ahead and get the cereal off of this spoon, just mix it up. Not using too much water. It is an espresso, it does say on the pack, so don't want to get it too watered down. And even this might be way too much water, I really don't know, but I'm not a big, strong coffee drinker, so yeah, that's not that bad. Nice light brown. Oh wow, yeah. Even with just this much water, it's still super strong. Yeah, without that creamer and sugar in there, that would be pretty intense flavor. So let's go ahead and get out the main entree now, the scalloped potatoes and ham. This thing. Ooh, wow, that smells very... Yeah, wow, that smells like some nice potato and then a nice background of ham. Oh yeah, it's like a nice potato stew kind of thing. Pour this out. Oh, that was... Oh yeah. There's just as much ham as there is potato, which is something I was not expecting. Let's get the spoon. I was expecting it to be a lot more ham than... or a lot more potato than ham, but it's nice, evenly mixed up. I gotta take a bite of this real quick. Gotta get a better bite. There we go. Wow, yeah. That ham isn't like your typical processed cubed ham. It still has that nice texture. It's not like Spam or something, you know, where it's just a solid block. It's actually still got some texture to it. Let's go ahead and get out this applesauce as the last little thing here. There we go. Just a basic, it's actually quite a bit of applesauce. It fills most of the packet. Oh, Warnick Company still makes ration items. Not sure if the US still uses Warnick at least as much as they used to. Or if they did at all, I can't remember, I might be mistaken. Yeah, just a, ooh, nice dark colored applesauce. Let's pour this out into a little plate. Oh yeah, that's a nice serving, probably a little bit smaller than like a little packet of applesauce you get, you know, one of those little plastic cups. Maybe a smaller one of those. Let's go ahead and try out a bite of that. Yeah, that's nice. First thing is it's super runny. It's super liquidy, but I guess that's not that bad. Yeah, but it's super good flavor. It's a lot of flavoring. I don't know if that's just from the apples, but it's still got that kind of sour flavoring to it. Unlike some applesauces these days, you know, which have just tons of sugar in them. You can tell, probably because some of the other things in here, like that jam, have so much sugar. Let's try a bit more coffee. You don't want too much sugar in your applesauce because you already got so much from the other stuff. Yeah, that coffee, just super strong. Even, I mean, honestly, if you don't like strong coffee, you could use an entire bottled water for that and it'd still be super nice and strong. Not sure if I'll use this ketchup or not. I mean, I was going to use it on the potatoes and ham, but it's more like a stew, so I'm not sure how a ketchup packet would do good with that. I think I just keep this for later with the peanut butter. Just kind of leave these on the side. That reminds me of this PB&J here. Take another final bite of this. That bun, on its own, without the accessories, like if you had the hamburger, which is another menu on the IMP, is a hamburger, I can see why the bun wouldn't be as good on that as it is with something like peanut butter and jelly. I don't know, there's something about that peanut butter, that nutty flavor instead of that kind of sweet flavor. It's just pure peanut taste. It really complements that bun. The hamburger, you just kind of taste the bun on its own, and it's just not as good. So overall, this ration, very high quality. The applesauce and things much like that, the applesauce and even the little crunchy cereal right here, have such a high quality of flavor to it, and nothing is kind of extreme. The only thing is that raspberry jam with more sugar in it than actual raspberry, but it's really good, and you definitely need that for the just pure nut flavor of that peanut butter. And then of course the main entree, this little scalloped potatoes with ham that I was not expecting. I was expecting, just a kind of a spammy texture and flavor to the ham, but it's not. It's like a nice lightly salted ham flavor, and the potatoes just melt in your mouth. But you definitely don't want to heat these for too long. I heated them for a little under 5 minutes. If you heated them for any longer, I'm afraid that it might just get super metallic flavor. Let's take a little bite of this. It reminds me a lot of the flavor the ham does, as the ham kind of pate in a Polish SRG. It's got the same flavor, but it has a more natural texture instead of just that pate kind of spammy taste to it. It's not metallic or anything at all. So let's finish up with a towelette and then we'll call it a day. Nice and moist. Let's see. Oh well, it's not the highest quality, but yeah. Ooh, it has a nice lemon citrus kind of smell to it. Yeah, that's nice. It actually smells a lot like the energy drink. But overall, this ration is very high quality. I'm just gonna have to finish this all. This would be perfect as either a lunch or a supper. The peanut butter and jelly sandwich honestly could be like a dessert along with the crunch berry. Honestly, this is not much of a specific type of day. I could have peanut butter and jelly and the cereal for breakfast. I could have some applesauce and maybe a little bit of coffee for lunch and then finish the rest off for dinner. This could be used as a 24-hour ration. And I'm wondering if, in a survival situation, if they would actually prefer you to try and, obviously you try to stretch it out, but I wonder if they, just in the back of their minds, are kind of designing it to be something like that. But yeah, this was a very good ration, and I will see you next time.